Last game against Morad, and maybe we are screwed. Draw again. Maybe we are screwed because Morad is actually a pro, so we probably don't stand much of a chance. Advanced Nepharus. We're gonna see what he brings to the table. I just know that they are most likely to be banned in Conquest and in the Masters. Not really sure. Maybe there's something OP going on with this deck. So it's Wisdom Corruption, it seems. We have we have 3 Fireballs in hand, by the way. And a Molten Passageway, so I am down with that, actually. I'm down. And I'm game. Let's see what this deck is all about. Drawing all the shrines there. Let's see. I think we got the most value out of this. God damn it! Not getting too lucky with Molten Passageways here. We need to add more snakes. Maybe. Maybe that might help. I mean, you know, getting a Serpent out for like 2 aspects, 2 mana instead of like what is it, 4 mana, 2 rage aspects. It's definitely way better. Have one of these. Just gonna fireball you in the face. Whoop. It should like also like just like power discharge and stuff. It should just redraw itself. And also, I'm actually not too afraid if he plays another one because we just have like enough to discard. We have enough stuff to discard that doesn't hurt if it gets discarded. Sure. Okay. Now it's your turn. Succubus, eh? Alright. It looks like some discard the enemy's hand kind of deck with Splitting Headache and Mesmerizing Spirits. If that's the case, he definitely hit the right cards in the beginning. And that shit. Aha. Let's go for some face damage. Beats. You might think he's gone crazy, and he's definitely right about that. But what he doesn't know is that he just negated that. That I have another one that I'm gonna introduce to you right now. Might be interested in that. Next turn it's time for the Flame Serpent to hit the, God damn it, to hit the board. Perfect. And the Swamp God, which we can hit next turn, and then Swamp God into Flame Serpent. Looks good. And we don't have to sack it. Ah, well, we do have to if he doesn't block. He could... Nah, never mind. I was about to say he could, like, use Hero ability to get the Serpent, but nah. Yeah, I somehow kind of saw that coming. Somehow I did. But I didn't want to say it because I didn't, you know, want to get, like, bad luck. Let's see. Well, speaking of bad luck, that also sucks. Let's see what he just drew. Nothing. Come on. That's a good start. Just 2 damage, and I have to sack it next turn, but it's doable. Don't think it doesn't really concern him as well. Maybe he also has removal for that. And a Bezarok. Damn it. Not sure if we can come back from this. But yeah, you know, I said it's Maraud, so no chance for us there. But he didn't use it, well, makes sense that he doesn't use Bezarok's first ability because there was nothing on the board that we had, so yeah, I went for the second ability. When he leaves the field, that's when he has to discard when he gets demons, and yeah. GG, so we lost this from the get-go, however, and we are down to 1,000, and I'm not gonna leave the Spellweaver ranked episode with that. We are on, what are we now? 994, yeah. About the same that when we started today, and I'm not gonna let that happen, so we make one more and drop even further. Now let's see how it goes in the maybe last game, we'll see. Depends if we run into another pro, then it's another one after that, so... It's an endless, it's a downward spiral of madness that we entered at this point. Next game, not gonna say last, next game against Hisur. Let's keep it. Keeping it real. Let's get this out. Alright. You know the basic strat at this point, confuse him. He has a nice card back, by the way. Definitely want to get this at some point, but for that we have to win a freaking conquest, which is probably impossible. Confusing me even further. We can also play the Hands from Beyond next turn, which is pretty neat, pretty nifty. And that is Corruption Wisdom? With Enoch, we're gonna see how that plays out. Oh yeah, that might be the fucking alright shit. Could be a thing. Yeah, it's milling. Get the shit set up. Yeah, it's milling. Which is actually pretty good. Sucks that he like milled one of the massive assaults, but we have two serpents in there right away. And you know what? They are both slow to oblivion, so my friend, let me introduce you to my special little friend that is called Flame Serpent. Get that 5 damage in, boy. Alright. So yeah, it actually plays in our favor pretty well. Got one molten passageway, that sucks a little bit. Two molten passageways. Ah, not a big deal. Let's see what. Ah, yeah. There's the card, Void Touch. That's what I meant with the alright. Yeah, the Void Touch subordinate. But apparently he also milled a Flash of Delirium, which is not really what you want to do. But alright. I see something funny there. Yeah, that is also funny. What I actually mean though is Rune of Darkness into Raki, kill this, and go for beats. Next turn, 5 mana, play this, make it swift, go with the go with the Serpent. Go with the flow. Oh, and he has the tribute to the Fire Lord. And 3 colors. And that shocks it. Shocking revelations there. 0 mana, which is a pretty good omen. Because now he gets 8 damage to the face. Which I find pretty funny, I gotta say. It's pretty hilarious. Yes, yes. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that, but whatever. I'm just used to the second one being the ability, but of course I have 2 Totem of Swiftness there, and that the second Swift didn't make any sense. So let's see if you have anything to counter. Maybe Azeris, but if he attacks, it's not scary at all because we just win. Because I play another Swamp God, make it swift, get the next Serpent. He helped me out. He helped me out with that. Let's see, Hesur, if you have something to conquer. The madness. The madness. Hopefully not. We had a good setup at the beginning, though, I gotta say, with the 2 totems and then the hands from somewhere where it's delightful. Void Touch. That might help him out. We're gonna see. Yeah. Yes. No. Yes. That. Let's block this. Go in for beats. That's actually... Oh no, I can't do it like that. Okay. Blocks this. 8 damage to the face, here we go. Victory! Yes! Alright. Good shit. Good shit. Let's see how much rating we've got out of that. Plus 26? I'll take that. So we are at a rank of 1020. Finally, my friends. Finally. We were just about the 1000, or just below the 1000 threshold. And now we are above it again, thankfully. Thanks to this awesome deck from Compendium. Still works. You know, of course, it was February 2017 where this guy added it. And of course, it was a little bit different from the beginning. He had like Nefaris at the beginning in the deck. And then he said to block. And then, you know, one guy, Boris, by the way, who was also active in the forums, he said like, why don't you just, you know, use Zash? Because his ability is basically to block. So would make more sense. So he made some arrangements, and that's the end of the... That's the deck that he came up with at the end then. And, oh, by the way, today, PewQ was before Cruel Tech, and now Cruel Tech just overrun him by 6 ratings, so getting nifty up there in the top 2. And also, yeah, we are above 1000, we are 1020 and at a ranking of 190, so we are a little bit relevant now in the top 200 with 55 wins and 91 losses, -1 or minus everything when we played against fucking Control, because that shit is garbage and should be just deleted out of the game. Oh yeah. Sorry. What I wanted to do... Damn, got too excited from that. Is I wanted to... should have done it in the beginning, actually, when I made a deck tech. But to let you know what Compendium said, how this deck is supposed to be played. The following. I'm just gonna read this off of the forum post, obviously. I would consider this deck mid-range because it requires 1 corruption and 2 rage levels for everything to work. We've seen that. Not that I'm experienced enough to tell, though. I am aiming for guaranteed phase damage, which is why swift creatures are important. A totem of swiftness early into Swamp God, into Reviving Serpent, costs 5 mana for 8 damage in a single turn. Obviously, the thing that we also had to deal with there, or what we were struggling with a little bit, is getting the serpents or attacking with the serpents and getting them into the graveyard. And as you've seen, you don't want to play a Swamp God Emissary, not even like off of Molten Passageway, because what you want to do is you want to play the Swamp God Emissary just for the value for getting the serpent out of the graveyard, so you play it with 5 mana, so you need 2 aspects, 5 mana, which is 6 turns. 6 turns, exactly, yeah. So 6 turns to get that out, but before you need... If you play against milling, it's great, because there is a high possibility that you actually get, as we've seen, that you actually get the serpents in the graveyard. Other than that, you have to attack with 1 once to actually get it in the graveyard, and then you can bounce it back all the time. And by the way, I have a similar deck that I'm going to play soon in Spellweaver Ranked. I'm just going to say it, it's called Traplock. I got that from Forest Pass Studios, and it's a little bit the same like this one. A little bit. But yeah. Fear is kind of a decoy for removal spells, while still being a ramping threat if not dealt with early. Fireball helps out with face damage when losing board or to deal with problematic creatures. Death Curse Shaman is like a delayed fireball with a body, definitely. Also, the thing is, what I wanted to add is, as you've seen in the one game with the Succubus, where we played the Swamp God Emissary and the Flame Serpent with the Swiftness Totem, and then actually managed to get 8 damage in and win that way, so really like that part as well. Swamp God can be used to revive everything in the deck except for itself and Raki. Hands from Beyond is used to stop the enemy from blocking damage. I find 2 to be just nice. Most damage is instant, so there is very little room for the opponent to react aside from instant spells. Definitely. Also with the Totem of Swiftness, obviously. I'll be testing out the deck a bit more to see if any further changes need to be made. I'm open to feedback, so do let me know what you think. Made some changes to the deck list based on Bird's suggestions and added in Molten Passageway and Massive Assault. So yeah, definitely, you know, the thread was made at February 11th of 2017, so this year, so Compendium's deck is still viable, and if you find yourself grinding the ladder with probably mostly, but if you just started with the game, you don't have to have much cards, so the most decks that you probably encounter and play yourself are Red Soldiers and Rage Rush, obviously. And if you're a little bit tired of this and you have a bunch of cards already, then I would definitely consider playing this, because it's a pleasant change. Maybe you need a little bit more game knowledge to actually know what you should play and when you should play it, but as you can see, if the situation is grim, there is still just the right amount of cards, and which is just a little bit of luck with Molten Passageway, which we didn't have for the most part, by the way. Just wanted to clarify that again. Then this deck is definitely a blast to play and still very successful, and it's a pleasant change from like from zombies and from, you know, Red Soldiers and from Rage Rush. So yeah, pretty refreshing deck, and pretty cool to play, pretty intense, and it actually managed to get us into relevancy, the top 200 with a rating of 1020. So thanks for watching this installment, this snake installment of Spellweaver Ranked, and yeah, I'll see you in the next Spellweaver related video, and probably in the next, which will probably gonna be the next Spellweaver Ranked episode, where we are gonna take a look into... Nah, I'm not gonna say it because I'm probably gonna play another deck then, but where we're gonna play another deck, definitely. So, yeah, see you there.